Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If. Oh, let me pour. Make sure this is. Yep. So, the What If the kuriboh was in My Hero Academia? I know that I've been running out of coolest ideas because the rest of the what if YouTubers that's on YouTube is comes up with so much better ideas than her ideas, but this is basically the I'm scraping off the ends of the barrel or bottom of the barrel. So I will ask you to leave a like and subscribe. Okay? For that. So, and my first drawing, so let's begin. And his first name, here I'll just use kuriboh. His first name is Kuriboh Midoriya. He's a brother of Zuko Midoriya. Zuko Midoriya, or Deku. And he's also a brother to Zumi. I'm also adding Zumi to this with it. So, yeah. And his quirk, I'm explaining this real quick. He has a quirk of transforming, or that's actually his abilities. Just like how the kuriboh could turn into, does multiple things, and his quirk is to absorption. Yeah, it's basically the weakest. I'm putting him in class 1B kind, but his powers are cuteness. So he could transform into. And do you want to see his human form? Or he could transform into many things. He could transform into his based one, like the one that it's based on. His clones, or he could clone himself a bunch of times. He could eat them and fused into a kuriboh, like the one that or into the pirate, and even into his own, his own brothers. And he has the same powers, or same quirk as the, fire manipulation. Yeah. They should make a fire Kirby, or kuriboh, fire kuriboh. So, his human form is based on him, and I took his form and I turned it into the kuriboh, and yeah, he is holding a ice cream in his left hand, or right hand. Sorry, I just had to like because I know that it to you audience it's a left and then yeah. But from his perspective, like just facing the same way, this would be his right, this would be his left. Or yeah. So yeah. No, let's begin. Zuko, Zumi, and Kuriboh were born. Yeah, it's a weird combination, I know. And at age of 4, the Quark Doctor, or so they go to the Quark Doctor at age of 4, and they go. Of course, Quark Doctor says, "All right, Zumi, or all 3 of them have quirks in this what if. All 3 of them are the same. Him in power, or in, well, yeah. So they all 3 of them trained. And I know that I might like turn Kuriboh into a fire type one, but just yeah, just stay with me, okay? So I'll just use this one. So Kuriboh ends up there was this nice girl. And also in this alternate timeline, Ochako was dating, or is still dating, Zuko. And, of course, Bakugo is dating Zumi, name. And for Kuriboh is kind of lonely. Because he doesn't see himself that cool. So, but they still go to UA. And, yeah, they go to UA. And they ended up, basically, of course, Zumi and Zuko went to Class 1A. And Kuriboh Midoriya got Class 1B. And he feels kind of bad. And yeah. So then he felt so down because his power activated and he turned into a little kuriboh. Yeah. So he learns how to control it. And so, yeah. So then Zuko, so during the sports festival, he ends up hiding his transformation thing from his own sister. So then he ends up So yeah. So basically, yeah, as the Bakugo's explosions comes in, and when the dust settled, a cute little furry creature was like, he did dodge the attack, huh? As he's like, as when his first, as everyone was like, oh my goodness, that's so cute, as it was during the fight one, and Bakugo's, like, in this alternate timeline, didn't like battle against Ochako, but instead he battled against Kuriboh. And when he like turns into a cute little plushie thing, everyone immediately like, thing is so cute. So, as Bakugo's like, or because Bakugo at this time wasn't annoyed or wasn't upset, but instead had harsh feeling. Like, basically, he ends up looking at Kuriboh, you know, and yeah. Yeah, so then, of course, everybody, or so Bakugo just straight up kicks Kuriboh. Oh. Not out of hatred for it, but he basically, he knows that it's just he has like really deep feelings for Kuriboh. And no, I'm not making him gay, it's just he has, because Bakugo always looked at Kuriboh, Midoriya, as his own brother. He treats him as a brother, not the, yeah. So, hey? As he hits a wall, as he's trying to get himself out, as he falls, as he's like, went back into his human form, as he rubs his forehead. Ow, that hurts. As Bakugo says, that's okay. And so, no. Yeah. And, yeah. When everybody wanted to see him win the match, because everyone loves him. So then after the sports festivals, every girl from like class 1B and 1A finds him so adorable. And plus his cuteness was basically, yeah, as everyone was like, man, you're so cute, or cuter. Yeah. So then, yeah. So then, another time skip to All Might versus All for One thing. Because let's say Kuriboh was one that got captured. and, or actually, let's say Bakugo, because, yeah. So then Kuriboh ends up blocking the attack. Like he's flying in his big puffball form. Or his, as he says, "Alright, Tom. No one hurts my friend." Yeah. Yeah, so let's say All For One, or Prime All For One, and All For One found a way to make him go back into his past self, like basically like reverse aging him back to his prime. And of course, All For One says, "Time for you to die," as he's about shoots a laser, as Kuriboh, or Midoriya ran. He walks pretty fast, like his full sprint, as he turns into Kuriboh, small version, as he blocks the attack, and like straight up, like defense, boom. Yeah. So, yeah. As when the attack stopped, a bunch of little Kuribohs formed. And they all start saying, "Kuriboh, Kuriboh." And the entire public, like every single person, was like, "Woo!" And so does All For One was like not interested in that. As they were like, as they flew right up to him, and yeah, formed around him, like what I can't even talk. Like how will I put this? It's like how like what Kuriboh did to relinquish. The Thousand Eyes relinquish. Where they like covered him, a bunch of them, with like furries, and yeah, and he was self-detonating. So he does that to All For One. Boom, 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 as All For One completely dead. There was nothing left. The only thing that was left was his skeleton remains. But other than that, it was nothing else. As they're like, man, he's dangerous too. His cuteness and his dangerous. But they thought he sacrificed his own life to save. But then there was like 5 different colors. Like one was pink, one was blue, one as he basically came out of the rubble. As they're like, they basically, there's, as they they know that he has many colors. Okay. Like, there was five. Like, there was pink, white, brown, blue, and purple. Yeah. Zuko, or they're like, what or as they looked at each other's, Kuriboh brothers, as, can you put yourself back together? Yeah. As they armed, or actually, you know how like I just made one of those? Well, imagine if they all go back as the same one. They have different hair colors. Depends on what they transformed into. As they said, we are Kuriboh brothers. As they're like, man, they're all like trying their hardest. But everyone from class 1A and 1B and the entire, yeah, including, I'm also adding into this what if, not class 1B. I don't really know, but I was gonna add the mushroom girl, her, as his, like, girlfriend thing. But seeing he could literally sprout himself about, like, what those are, I am gonna keep it safe if that theme, yeah. But actually, because there's 5 of the alternates, I'll just use Mushroom Girl for, I forgot the colors again. Sorry. For pink, and then for white, like Kuriboh, I would have to go with Rinko. I think that's how you spell her name. Yeah. Yeah. So she basically loves him because, yeah. And that's 2. And the other one was actually, funny enough, because Todoroki was dating Zumi, so I chose her to be like, hold on, give me a minute, for the black or purple hair, the one that's that one, the one that's in the front. here. Right here. Not. Oh, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. This one, right here. Yeah. So, yeah. And that was 1, 2, 3. And then the one of the other kids, or one of the other girls, or actually, Henny. Yeah. So both. Oh. Oh. Hey. Trying to find a good image. This one. She ends up falling in love with we did white, we did purple, we did blue, or pink and purple, white, pink, and so, yeah, the remaining ones. And, yeah. So, yeah. So, basically, Zuko, or basically, yeah, Kuriboh's got dating yeah, we're dating multiple characters, and they're like, man, they're so cute, and yeah, and us, he also like used his own powers to come or fuse with his like the other versions of himself, and when he did, man, oh man, they looked like a big, jacked up guy. Like that guy right there. He looks at... Oh. And every girl that saw him were like... Yeah. And I did forget one of those girlfriends that him and his other alternate forms were. One of them actually was Toga, Himiko Toga. But instead of like stabbing him, you've been stabbed. Yeah. That one is kind of weird. So, they were trying to figure out how did they, like, yeah. So, they ended up combining all their powers, and yeah. and creating some cooler stuff. And yeah, they created that for like, and rammed right into Overhaul at this point, and pierced right through the toe, or like right through the foot. You ever had a nail go through your foot all the way? Well, imagine that feeling, but times way worse. Or, yeah, like times 10. And so, yeah, Zuko ends up piercing, or actually the kuribohs pierce right through. And, yeah, he ends up, but his girlfriends and his classmates were in trouble. And they can't even get close to the, because of, it was after the overhaul thing. Bunch of these overseas villains came over and took all of them, like all the students to the to be auctioned off. I'll just say that. So they were, but they didn't, but the pro heroes tried to try to get close. But Kuriboh was brave enough, as he fused into Kuriboh Babylon, or whatever his name is, the pirate dude. As they were like, that's new. He basically runs over, or actually, he goes under the sea, or actually, let's say they had a cannon aimed right at the ship thing, and Kuriboh, whom fused into that, and was like a little or big sword in his right hand. And he ends up pole vaulting all the way to the ship, and he ends up battling against those villains, and he of course did win. And yeah. And he disarmed those cannons. So the pro heroes are like, they get out on board, and of course one of the villains decided to launch the nuke, as Kuriboh, the pirate Kuriboh, looks at it, and he flies. He did fly. He's flying all the way, as he stops right in front of it, and he stops it. Or actually, he turns back into the normal, 5 kuribohs, and they're like, ready, guys? Ready. And they all, did that stuff as they combined their powers and created a shield, as they, all 5 of them, went right towards the nuke as it exploded, hooded in midair, as they thought Kuriboh was dead. But this little guy is way more powerful than he looks. So, yeah. They could survive everything. So, as the Kuriboh brothers were like, they all had that same look. As everyone still like loves with them, as yeah, as they thought he was dead. They thought he was, or they were dead. But then, look, have it, as they fly around, as they as he starts talking, they do talk like normal. You think you got rid of us? Come on. No. As they were like so happy to see them up and at them. And they're like, yeah. And so, yeah, they got married they got married to them, the ones that I completely forgot. I know the Mushroom Girl, the Penny, Rinko, the Momo, and the fifth one is Toga. Yeah. So, all 5 of them got married and had a lot of kids. Basically, it's like one kid got married to 5, or has 5 wives, basically. And has a lot of kids, so, with them. So, yeah. Basically, now, they have the same power, or actually their kids have the same powers as their parents, but with kuriboh transformations. So they could multiply themselves and destroy the clones. They could transform into kuribohs, and yeah, it's a whole ton. And they're immortal. They could survive everything. I made kuriboh this kuriboh way too powerful. Yeah, and crazy too. So if you guys want me to do I'm thinking about doing another custom, like, not custom cards, another what if. I'm thinking about choosing the Dark Magician Girl or the because this week is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! What ifs. Basically, what if Yugi was in My Hero Academia? Or what if the Dark Magician Girl was in the My Hero Academia? Or, because reason why I say Dark Magician Girl is because everyone knows she's more iconic. She's more iconic. Okay? So, yeah. But if you guys want me to do if you guys want me to bring one more, or create one more what if battles, if this video gets 1 like on it, then I will bring it back. Or I will make a newer one. Okay? So, this is going to be the end of the What If. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.